If you are not serious about growing your strands and getting thicker, longer, more beautiful hair, do not, and I repeat, do not make this oil. Welcome back to my channel, guys, and today I'll be showing you how I make this amazing potent hair growth oil that is helping me to get through this winter. Winter is very, very tough on the hair, and so I love to do DIY remedies to help me strengthen my strands. For this oil, I used carrots, I used cloves, rosemary, and ginger. All ingredients that are super easy to find and are super nourishing for your hair. They will also help you with your hair growth regimen. The first ingredient in my oil is carrot, and carrots are packed with vitamin A and E, and they help to improve blood circulation and protect you from premature graying. Next, I used some cloves. Cloves are super powerful. They also help to improve circulation. They contain high levels of antioxidants, and they also have a compound called eugenol, which promotes hair growth when applied to the roots. Then I put some ginger in, and ginger also helps to improve circulation to the scalp while it stimulates each hair follicle. Ginger also has many vitamins, minerals, and fatty acids. And finally, I used my favorite ingredient at the moment, which is rosemary. And rosemary has anti-inflammatory properties. It promotes nerve growth and it improves circulation. I also just did a video about how rosemary rinse grew my hair, guys. So if you want to check that out, feel free to browse the videos on my channel and you will be blown away. So next, it was time for me to add my carrier oil, and I chose to use grapeseed oil because that's what I had in my house at the moment. And grapeseed oil is just amazing. It is packed with nutrients, lots of names that I can't even pronounce, but don't worry about that, they're all good for you. It's a powerful hydrator, it smooths split ends, it soothes the scalp, and it strengthens your strands. So I took the time to mix all the ingredients together, and you don't have to do this, but I wanted to do it because it was so therapeutic and everything was already smelling so good. I knew I was onto something. After I mixed my ingredients together, it was now time for the infusion process. And by that I mean it's time to move the mixture onto the stove on low heat so that everything can bind and blend and come together as one. And guys, that's when the smell really started to overtake me. That's when I knew I was making some love potion or some powerful, potion, because it just smelled so good. And you know already that rosemary has an amazing smell. Ginger just has that nice spa therapeutic scent, and the cloves just, when you smell it, you just want to eat whatever it is in. So all of that scent was coming out while I had the mixture on low heat, and if I could just bottle that scent and sell it, I'm telling you, I would make a lot of money in these streets. So I left my oil to cool for about 30 minutes, and I really intended to strain it and extract the oil from the rest of the ingredients after 30 minutes, but I ended up leaving it for like a week. I don't know, things just got busy and I ended up leaving for a week. But don't worry, because even if you leave it for a day or 3 days or a week, it will give all the ingredients more time to infuse into the oil, and it will not spoil because the oil will preserve everything. At one point during the week, when I realized that I wouldn't have time to extract the oil from the ingredients, I put it on the fridge just to be sure. But after a week, yes, my oil was still good. So after a week, it was now time to extract my oil with all the nutrients that had infused into it. And here you can see me using a stocking cap, because the stocking cap has tiny holes that will prevent the cloves from escaping into the oil. And even here, guys, I can tell you, it's still smelling so good, so delicious and heavenly. I really enjoyed the extraction process that you're seeing here. So this is what my oil looked like after the extraction process, but I noticed that my oil had some amount of water in it, and that was because of the amount of carrots that I used. And you know, carrot has some amount of water. That is why we're able to get rich carrot juice whenever we juice it. So I had to do another step in order to get rid of the water, because if you have water in an oil like this, guys, it will reduce the shelf life of the oil and cause it to go bad quickly. So here's what I did to extract the water from my oil. And in this measuring cup with my oil, you can see some ingredients at the very bottom, and that's the juice, and the oil is on top. But whenever I tried to pour the oil into my bottle, the juice would escape into the bottle, and that's what I did not want. So I popped everything into the freezer for about 2 hours, and I just kept checking to see that the process was happening the way I wanted it to. And what I wanted to happen was for the juice to settle at the bottom and freeze. And of course, the oil would not freeze within 2 hours because the oil takes a longer time to freeze. And that's exactly what happened, guys. When I popped it into the freezer, the juice that I was trying to get rid of froze like ice at the bottom, and the oil stayed on top. So I was able to take it from the freezer and pour it into my bottle without the juice. And this is what the juice looked like after it was all frozen, and I was able to discard that. So now it's time for the application, guys, and I've been using this oil on my scalp, on my edges, and on my entire hair. I'm not sure if it's the rosemary, the ginger, or the cloves, or all three of them together, but this oil leaves a very minty feeling on my scalp, and it is so divine. The oil is so nourishing and it smells so good. And after I rub it on my hair, guys, I've been rubbing it on my hands, on my feet. So whenever I step outside, I'm sure I smell like somebody who's just coming from a spa. It's just so amazing. You need to get all these ingredients and try this oil to strengthen your hair and to improve circulation to your scalp and to get your hair regimen on track. That's all I have for you, and I'll catch you in my next one.